Hello. Whoops. Sorry, bonked my desk. I was sitting back. Now I'm sitting normally. Where's... Oh, well, I'll find it later. Hello. How you doing, Masha? I don't know if you're still there. But yeah. I hope you're doing good. If memory serves, this was the second attempt at using this class because I couldn't find any bloodthirsty shots originally. And I think I believe that it's happening for a second time, so that's just lovely. But yeah. Oh, forgot to do that. Okay. Yeah. But yeah. Hope you guys are doing good. The chat is taking a minute to load. I don't know why YouTube has been doing this lately. Above my pay grade. I'll tell you that. Oh yeah. I switched classes. That's what had occurred. Because this one is significantly easier in terms of numbers in order to get a in order to do very well. So man, it's still not loading. Strange. Okay, now it's loaded. Alright, so I'm able to avoid those two quite well. Yeah, they are going to be a problem because they have too much defense. Do I have anything to negate it? I don't remember. I do have caltrops, so that's going to be one of the main ways. I do have an aim shot and then the Lightbringer. Okay. Yeah, this is going to become a problem very quick. Yeah, I do remember this. Okay. Let's go for a kill. Alright. Good. Give us some toxic shots. Ooh, stunned. Nice. Could go for her. Or him. It. The thing. Okay. Okay. We could bring in the big one. Not a bad idea. We could also do preparation. Let's do a little bit of this. Then we can do an acid flood. And then we can bring in a big shot. This will kill everybody. Great. No. Not interested in any of those. We have vital points. Every third hit in a turn deals 100% more damage. That one's okay. We do need stuff like that, though. Every second hit deals 25% more damage, or after every fourth maneuver played in a turn, that doesn't happen. So let's do vital point. That's a lot harder to do with this class as opposed to many of the, well, the other ones, the apostate. Apostate and zealot, I always get them mixed up. Okay. Let's do a dodge. Let's do an unbreakable. Where are we at? 40. Yeah, 80, 120. Just about. So yeah, we're fine. I could just go for him. Let's hit him just with that. We're going to discard these. because that's going to give us charges, and also it does lower their armor. Let's bring in these toxics. Again, if we just get rid of the middle one, we end it. That must be a random person, right? I didn't shoot him. Yeah, okay. Could do corrosive weaponry as well, and then acid flood. I think that would work. And again, we just need him to go down. Yep. Okay. Let's look at what we would want to duplicate if we did so. At the moment, we have 6 maneuvers. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I want to duplicate these. The only way I duplicate Mastered Feint is if I drop an Unbreakable, which isn't a terrible idea. I could duplicate another preparation time, but I like corrosive weaponry because it's permanent. Right, it doesn't have exile. That is so nice. Then over here, what do we want to drop? Or what do we want to duplicate? Sorry. We could duplicate an acid flood. That's very important. Let's do that. But now we need the kitchen sink, as we call it. I guess we got some new ones. Duplicate the 13th card played. This is getting combined. Alright, so then after playing 9 cards, not too bad. We got some healing stuff, but not crazy important. We're probably going to leave it. Ken is better as a weapon, but I don't think so. Yeah, let's just stick with it. I'm a little bit tempted to gain 10 more armor, but I think I'll leave it and see where it goes. Okay. I'll just pop him out. Okay. Lots of cards we can play here. Let's just do an Unbreakable. I believe, yeah, 40, 50, yeah, almost 60, so that's going to be plenty. Again, there are benefits to discarding, because we do gain benefits if the shots are discarded. And since the shots are the worst card, probably would make sense. And yeah, I guess I do want this to flip. That's the only thing. All right. We have an acid flood. Love to see that. Okay, this is looking pretty solid. Let's bring the toxic. I think I want to get rid of him. He's top priority. I think... Oh, no, I can't defend him. I was going to say I think I can defend him, but I can't. Okay. Alright, that makes things easier. Alright, so he needs to go down then. I can bring in corrosive weaponry, but I probably shouldn't. I can only kill one. I have to kill him. If I do this, I'm going to be discarding 4 arrows. 4 times 3 is 12. So this will be fine. Also, we get more cards, so that's a good thing. Let's see. He's not too hard to defend against. I could do a feint. I think that's a good call. Let me have one of these that we can, in fact, play. Can't quite kill him. Very close. I don't... Okay, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're still good. Yeah, it's going to be too much. Alright, let's just do an acid flood. It's overkill. YouTube didn't want to start the stream and refreshing broke the tab. Man, what is up with YouTube? I've heard so many, you know, people complaining about YouTube being weird. Not the stream. Uncool. How you doing, Masha? Alright, let's just bring this in. Water. Okay. You're good. Completely missed that last night was time change. Yeah. No worries. I understand. I definitely understand. Isn't it? Well, yeah. How many countries in the world even do time change anyway? It's very few. Oh, all of Europe does it? Oh, I didn't think that was the case. Well, what do I know? Okay. We're not finding the kitchen sink, so I think we're gonna have to settle for the unyielding quiver just in case. Once per combat view barrier is broken by a fatal blow, right. Start next turn with 1 health instead of dying. We know that doesn't work exactly like that. Let's do pressure points. We are lacking like 2 or 3 very good passives still. But hopefully we'll find them. Let's see what happens. Where are we at? Alright, so well, it's unlikely we take damage, but if I do play 5 cards in total, because of the thing I have, then I'll gain 10 barriers, and I'm guaranteed to be okay. Which I was 2, so I just need to play 3 more, which I can do. That feels useless, but okay. No, it's not hitting enough, so let's just do that twice and do an acid flood. And I don't want to spend these because I want to have a full bar. Okay. It's a lot of damage. By the way, Masha, did you see the box that came in? The box. Yeah, fancy box. Yes, fancy. Yeah, I was in a big and I had to rifle through and get everything. It's pretty cool. This is the later version. So some of the stuff that I had with PDFs was not the latest. But yeah, pretty cool. There's currently a Kickstarter for a remaster of that Greek campaign I love running. I wish I could easily support Kickstarters. I'd blow all the money on that one. Yeah. So he's dealing 45, 90, so we're good already. Which, yeah, I was hoping to talk to you some today because I figured I'd get your opinion on some stuff because you know this world in terms of like the TTRPG stuff. Alright, if I discard 3 arrows, it'll give me to 9. Okay, so he should be killed. I'd be shocked if he's not. Ooh, that's pretty good. Let's flip this. Let's flip this. See the Tainted Force. And we'll just play it. Alright. Pretty good. Okay. Let's see. I can stun one of them. Well, I feel like if I just bring this in, I should just get a kill. I don't. Almost. Well, maybe. Yeah. Feel free to pick your brains. Sorry, Masha slipping. Yeah, no worries. Well, so what I've been considering is I was thinking about, again, the limitations on what you get with the TTRPG, which we've kind of talked about some. So something I have been considering is going a few different routes I have been considering, right? And one of the routes I'm considering, well, so it's like, since they don't allow third-party content, and Studio Agate is not does not have a deal to be able to dish that out, that means I'd have to talk to somebody from Awakened Realms. So for one, I was planning on essentially talking to one of the developers. I'm hoping that, you know, they would at least lend an ear to listen, because I do believe that having a, you know, good, you know, like add-on community for drive-through RPG would be very, very, very smart, or at least it should be wise. So to either try to, you know, suggest allowing people in general to be able to do it, or if they're afraid, if he's afraid of that, to see if he'd be allowed to give me an exception, which would be, you know, hard to do. But I do know that the CEO of Awakened Realms is rather active, so like he likes talking to some creators. He's done that a few times. So yeah. We'll see. But yeah, so I've been thinking about that. is getting in contact with people from Awakened Realms to see if I can do. Yes, nice CEO is nice. Exactly. Yeah, so I want to get in contact with him. He seems like a pretty interesting guy. He seems like a good guy. So that was one of the things I was thinking of doing to try to get an exemption or whatever. If that doesn't work, what I'm kind of thinking is that the only real way to be able to make it work for me to do anything with third party, right, is if I right change terms and that kind of stuff. So I have been considering I'm going to exhaust trying to get in contact with the CEO guy because he is available to try to message. I'm going to try to go the normal route of talking to Awakened Realms. If neither works, I am genuinely considering creating content that is based on Tainted Grail, but you could technically adapt to Tainted Grail, right? So I'd have to change all the terms, I'd have to change all the names, I'd have to change lots of stuff in the writing, but I'd have to essentially replace a lot of that kind of stuff. But it would essentially be Tainted Grail. So that's the only other workaround I can think of that would make sense. So I am considering doing that. So yeah, I thought I'd throw it past you, or throw it to you and see what you think about that idea. Would that be crazy, do you think? Like, because that would be a lot of work. But there's not too many workarounds legally to do. Because I think that people would be interested in the idea of it, but that was actually an accident. But yeah. Okay. I messed that up because I was talking, but obviously there was no way I was gonna die there. Zero chance. Okay. Huh. What should I remove? I'm thinking just an ordinary shot is probably what to get rid of. Yeah. Let's do that. Right, but the thing that I also know, which I like, the thing is if I take that route, it would probably be a little bit sleazy, because what is Tainted Grail based on? Arthur, King Arthur in the legend. So that is free use. So I can do things where I can create a very similar story that follows my interpretation of events, because right, they don't have a set lore of Tainted Grail. So I can add things where I think, hey, this would be a good idea in terms of creating some kind of a an overarching story that people can play in. I think that there'd be ways to get that done. But the thing is, I couldn't use like the weirdness, obviously. That wouldn't be allowed. I couldn't use the term four dwellers, right? So there'd be things like that where that is theirs, as far as I understand it. So I'd have to change a lot of those terms. So I'd have to ensure that the mechanics are not identical, but very similar, and you could easily translate them into the Tainted Grail system. And also, I couldn't use official terms, like by them, that's unique to them. Because I do think that, because I could do that, right? But I don't know. But I was thinking about what legally would be available. Because I do want to see its success, but if they're not going to let me, then I feel like I should do it on my own. But yeah. Because there definitely are things that they have claims to. Doing my own Tainted Grail with blackjack and hookers. Yeah, but I don't know. It's definitely been something I've been considering. Because I know that the game is... I have not watched Futurama. I'm sorry. I know, I need to watch stuff. Also, I have it on my list of watching the movies. I'm going to watch one of them tonight. I don't know which one yet. Oh, really? I'm surprised that the Lightbringer didn't come in with that card. That's strange. Okay. If you're in the mood for lighthearted, then Princess Bride. Okay. But yeah, it's like I genuinely do feel like Tainted Grail's, at the very least, the TTRPG is probably going to die, unless they do something about it, so that there can be a niche group of people that play the game, and they don't have that. I genuinely do not believe that. Might have to... Oh, I don't have it. Oh, I thought they had the knife. Huh. Feels like I have to get a kill. If I drop the aim shot, that means I have to kill those guys with the toxic. Or no, I won't. Well, maybe. Man, this is actually kind of tough. I need the charges. Okay. So this will just kill him. Do I need to do the mastered feints? They're doing 150. Well, we'll just be safe. We shouldn't be risking it. But yeah, I guess that's my thought. Is I genuinely think the game's gonna die pretty quickly. Like, so few people already know about it. You know, I see that constantly. Where I think the most commonly asked question I get on my videos is, what new games are they planning on releasing? That's always the top question. And it's like, I get why. Because they're not really talking about it. But I do feel like it needs to have some kind of a build-up in the community for it to survive. And that's not what it has, you know. Oh, I forgot. And I do think that you could make a fun game. It's not going to, rival anything huge, but I do think you could make a pretty fun game with it. I think there are ways. And I think that it's very difficult given the system. Um, it's going to take someone like me with experience with Tainted Grail and, DMing, where it's like this isn't going to be as big of a mountain to do so. But yeah, just simplifying it, maybe adding some rules type of a thing. Okay, well, we finally got Stairs of Bodies. This was rather necessary to continue on. So luckily we found it. After killing an enemy, gain 100% more damage for the next hit. Very nice. Yeah, this guy likes getting on a roll. Okay. Well, this isn't a good start. To a feint. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to go defensive here. If I play nothing... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we'll just do the dodge. We'll leave the feint. That's a big hit. Alright, I could bring it in. Yeah, then I can use Acid Flood. Oh wait, no. That's not how you do it. You do preparation time first. So much stuff to recall. Right, I could do an unyielding, whatever you call it, quiver. Trying to think what I need to defend against. More than likely I have to defend against both of those, honestly. Let's bring the advanced feint then. And then after that, we can do an Acid Flood. This will kill somebody. You. Oh, okay. $1,300% damage. That seems a little bit on the high side. But yeah, Masha, do you think I should try that? Or what is your feelings about it? I know that you know this world significantly better than I do, right? So, like in terms of TTRPGs, drive-through, I didn't even know drive-through RPG existed until you told me. Then I go on there, I'm like, oh my goodness, there's a whole world. I've never even seen it before. That's right, it is very bustling. It makes sense. It's very convenient. A whole new world. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. And it's like I'm not positive that, you know, a new fantastic point of view. A new fantastic point of view. I don't know that whole song, by the way. I only know the a whole new world part. All right, let's get shoot to remember. 8th hit is huge. If I'm careful, I'd say go for it. Yeah. Well, yeah. The thing is, what I don't want is for it to feel like I'm competing with them. Like, I want to work with them. Again, I want to see Tainted Grail continue and survive. That's kind of the goal, because I think that genuinely, that Awakened Realms is some of the best writers in the board game community, but pretty much in the business as a whole. So I want to see Tainted Grail's success. Classic story is we have halflings now because lawsuit. Yeah. Well, obviously I can't. Well, yeah. Obviously I can't say four dwellers, and obviously I can't say weirdness. But there's definitely gonna be things you can say. Yeah. No. Yeah. I believe it. So this will be perfect in order to bring in a shot. Yeah, I do understand that doing it in this way again is like you have to be super careful. I do get that, but I also think that as long as I only use that which is found in the original legend, and as long as I don't use any of the same terms, not even close, then I think it'll be fine. Oh wait, I shouldn't have done that. That was stupid of me. Okay. I think we want to flip? No. And also, I mean, I will say the other thing is like, which, as much as I love Tainted Grail and their storytelling, the only problem that I have with it, and I think has been a problem mentioned as well, where's my cards? There they are. Is that the world is so ethereal. It is hard to tell what really happened. And I know to some that is like the intrigue of it, but also, I mean, I know Kid and you have talked about it as well. It's like whenever the big reveal is and none of it existed, like if that's at the very end, it does make a lot of people be like, well, what was the point of it? And to a point that does exist in Tainted Grail. To an extent, it does, and that is something that people don't like about it as well, because it's like whatever story you create, it didn't really happen. You just think it did. And I know that that's not a very attractive lore base or to be able to consider what happens in the story, because it really does hurt the foundation. Clara Obscura, I think that they actually did a really good job. At first, I wasn't too sure when, it's all a painting, but it's like it is still real because that's the way that they wrote it. Is that everything is real? I mean, parts of it is kind of a figment in the imagination, but everybody's real. They're all real people. But it's like if they did take it to the point of like, oh, this was all in my head the whole time and none of this happened, it would have a different end effect. Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, being real is actually part of the final conflict. Right, right, right. I think that was a good move. That was very smart. And I think that that's the way it should be. Again, another unyielding quiver. We're not finding the kitchen sink. Man. Alright, so well, I guess we'll just leave it here. We'll leave it. Okay. Oh, he just got stunned. Okay, that works. And also Verso's personal conflict. He feels fake. He's tired of existing as this copy of someone else because he's lost his sense of self. Yeah. Well, right. That definitely was a backdrop of the story, was how real is it, right? Are they real? That kind of a thing. But honestly, I mean, I would argue, given the world that was created in Clair Obscura, I would say that they are real. Like, they are real. They are real people. It is a little bit different. Like that, like compared to other reveals, again, where it's like, you know, where it was a dream. You know, because there is with the why am I blanking? The material chromium, chroma. With chroma, they were made into real people, right? Because it was through the chroma, essentially. That was their lifeblood. It's like I don't think that makes them no longer real. It also kind of reminds me of like the Talos principle, you know, if you've ever played that game. But because it's the question of, right, how much consciousness must someone have for them to be a human being, or to be sentient, or be a person? And I would say that they did. So it is a little bit different. But yeah. Sorry, we're kind of getting into things. Alright, so he's at nearly 100, 120, 150 about, so we're very fine at that point. I don't like this, but I can use the aim shot on somebody. That'll get discarded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we can take a shot. Or no, we'll lower their armor. But yeah, I do think they should be applauded for how they did that. They did so good. And you know, I've kind of said it at one point before, but like Claire, I didn't expect to like Clair Obscura as much as I did, because I did like the story a lot. They did so good with it, because typically that kind of stuff I'm not super into, like the super in-depth, you know, storytelling in video games, because I like things where you're constantly doing something, making your mind go, kind of like this. I like that, where you're just like, okay, what am I going to do next? I like having a story backdrop in video games, typically. But Clair Obscura, it was definitely the sole focus. But they told a very excellent story, right? And that's what definitely made it different. But anyway, I feel bad for talking so much. Let's stun him. He should go down. Also stunned, that works. We can bring these in. We probably should plop these down as well. Let's go for him. Then an acid flood will be enough. Yeah. Gustav uncontrollably when Gustav was killed. Yeah. Yeah, that was... Yeah. Honestly, I have thought about it. There are just some movies and games, they know how to mess with the music to an exceptional degree. They make him my favorite and then kill him. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, man, we got the insta-kill. Let's flip these while we're here. I forgot he's a person. Wait, whoa. He gets Bloodthirsty Shot too, taking it. I didn't think, I do not remember ever getting Bloodthirsty Shot with this guy, ever. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, that's really good. After ending a turn without dealing any hits, actually that does happen from time to time. Increase damage of the hit by 100%. Vampiric Arrows isn't a bad call either, because that will give me a healing ability, which I don't have yet. And I'd like to have one if I am trying to go forever, so we need it at some point. And since we're getting closer to the end, we should probably do it. I think this is the second last encounter, but yeah. Whoa. Whoops. Okay. Whew. Okay. We finally got Bloodthirsty Shot. Crazy. But now's not the time. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to want to play this. Well, actually, I don't think it'll matter. If I lose 50% damage, I don't think it'll matter. Okay, so they're dealing about 150, 135-ish damage a piece. So that means they need about 400 block. I mean, I'm gonna have to do Mastered Feint. I have no surefire way of stunning them. But they could get stunned, but no guaranteed way. Alright. We need to hit him with this, which is kind of a pain. If I hit him, he deals more damage. Oh, I didn't even calculate him out. This is a problem. Morning Lore. I'm about to be at 375. Alright, we're good. Just needed that to happen. We're fine. Alright. Toss that out. Okay. So if I do a corrosive weaponry and then do an acid flood, that would work fine. I want to get rid of the small cultists first. One there, one there. It'd be nice if I could just get a kill. I can. Huh. I just realized I don't have enough block for this. Send a random enemy after playing 9 cards. I need to play 3 more and I need to kill him soon. I could just shoot him twice. That would probably be enough. We're going to be playing the... Well, we know we're playing the Feint, but I don't want to play it too early. Okay. Worried I'm going to accidentally stun him. Okay. I think we're still dead, but we can bring in this. Alright, this will help. I don't know if it'll be enough. Who do I want to do it to? Immune to stun, that's fine. Okay. Alright, so he's dealing 100 damage. He's dealing about 120. So they are killing me. So we have to be doing something. Smoke bomb seems to make the most sense. It's actually the only thing I can do. Man, I need to do the maths. I actually don't know what's wiser. Okay. If somebody deals 100 damage, this is a math problem. So if somebody is dealing 100 damage, but they're dealing it at double the damage amount, that means they're dealing 200. If you lower it by 50, that means they're dealing 150. Wait, no. Is it the percentage of what remains that I remove? I mean, the difference is going to be like 1 or 2 points of damage, but that might actually matter. So he's dealing 120 on average. He's currently dealing about 100. If he's cut down to half, that should be at 65. So right, so I do believe that throwing it to him, because it's the percentage of the base damage removal that matters more. Man, I believe that's correct. Yeah, that is correct. Man, I need to take a math class again. Oof, I don't believe I die, but it is very close. So an acid flood on the middle guy. It is close, isn't it? Man, I'm so worried. Sorry it's taking me so long. 120. I think we're good. If you take the class, I'll cheer you on from a safe distance. Yes. Wise. I mean, I ended up doing it correctly. Okay. 6 damage. That was manageable. You're immune to stun. Neither of you are immune. You're being stunned. Congratulations. So what would be lovely is if I get a kill, right? That's what would be lovely. Let's do prep. Kablam. Kablam. I'm actually a little bit concerned I'll accidentally stun him. Should have thought about that, actually. Okay, somebody's about to be stunned. Oh no, it is going to be him. That was a mistake. Because I'm going to have to get a kill here. That was a mistake. Oh, he was double stunned. Okay. That's different. Ew. Water shot. Yuck. Wait, he's dealing 200 damage to me? Dude. Uncool. Man, this is tough. Ugh. Even if I get the kill, I don't think it'll even matter. We may have to, yeah, let's use the acid bomb. We may have to make sure he's down to minimum. Let's do so. Because I don't know if we can actually do this one. Let's do the oversaturated runestone, because we're going to need more arrows for this to be at all possible. And now we need to time it so that water shot deals more damage. At least a little bit. Can we increase our damage somehow? Ooh, I don't think that matters. Ooh. We could be dead regardless. That's possible. Pop a candle as we say a prayer. Man, we were doing so good. Well, I'm going to be using Wayfarer's Leaves because that'll let us at least use this if we need to. That's a pretty big hit. I think it may be possible. Okay, so damage is not increased. When is damage increased? Oh, 8th hit. Okay. And 4th hit. Oh wait, it's gonna be timed perfectly, isn't it? 8th, 4th. Okay. It's now. So this is my best chance. Ugh. And maybe. It'll be very close. Ooh. How can I do this? Can't lower my armor. That would just... I think I'm dead no matter what. We were doing so good. What a sad day on Avalon. Yeah, I can't kill him that way. Berserker won't help me. Wayfarer's Leaves, I mean, it would let me draw another card, but whatever. Let's do it. Maybe we can time it a little bit better now. I don't think we can, but we can try. Oh, we are. Okay. Okay. But the problem now is this guy's not gonna die. Yeah, I'm gonna have almost 150. He's gonna, well, I guess if he does minimum. Oh yeah, if he does minimum, I think I barely live. Like if it's 52 the entire time, I think I actually do survive. Yeah, I'll have 5 health left. Well, okay, well. The odds are about 1 in 100. Let's see what happens. Nope. We just got the Bloodthirsty shot too. Well, now we know it's available, right? So, we were not aware of that until now. Look at me, number 7. Rip. Yeah, we can do it. It's not impossible. Man, I forget what class I'm doing. I always forget. I could attempt it on the harder difficulty, which is harder to get to the higher ranks. I say, and then you see like thousands. Let's see. What would be reasonable? I'm not doing those. Huh. So I just... Wait, did I just do the Zealot? Yeah. Huh. Interesting for the Zealot. So what do I need to get top to 5 here? At 81? Compared to 65? That is a lot. How do they do it? Alright, let's try it. Let's try it. We'll be the same. I think this is the same class. Yeah, this is the same class. We'll be the same class. We'll see if it's possible. Now we know, if you recall, you gave me the advice of getting the 40 max health. I was like, nah, I don't think I'll need that. I do need that. I need to remember. When it pops up, I'm going to need the 40 max health. Yeah, and also, if memory serves, the reason why it's like easier and harder. Yeah, I remember I was wrong. I was very wrong. That was a very wise idea, and it didn't click until I made the wrong decision. But yeah, I think the reason why this is like easier and harder at the same time, yeah, is that what was I gonna say? Yeah, the enemies don't scale as fast. Okay. That did nothing. But I do need to get used to the fact that I have less armor. Or sorry, less energy, not armor. a whopping 3 energy. Okay, unyielding quiver is nice. I'll just take it. It is a positive for the deck. Every second hit deals 25% more damage. Oh, killing an enemy gives you 3 ultimate. Yeah, we're doing that. Unbreakable Feints does not give me any armor. So we'll have to stun. Let's do that. We can do an arrow bag. It's guaranteed to be 2 hits. Come on. Ah, need more damage than that. Okay, we can do it. Ah. Next turn for sure. Okay, so this will get rid of him. We need those to flip. Got nothing defensive again. Man. Okay. We're doing fine. Everything is fine. As always, we're all good. We're all good. All right, we're going to be taking the advanced feint for sure. That's so rare. It feels like. It does seem like some cards are kind of like common, uncommon, and rare. There must be some kind of a system, because advanced feint, I think I've seen it 4 times in my whatever 50 playthroughs. It's so rare. Can't pass it up. All right, smoke bomb, probably smoke bomb. Smoke bombs are gonna save our lives, so we'll do it. Cracked Gar is so nice, especially in this run, but Ethel is necessary, so we need to have the armor, or else we're kind of hopeless. Okay. I do like the music in this game, though. Very cool. Okay, I forgot. He just ignores it. Okay. We'll just discard. Also, right, well, I don't know if you already know this, but a fun fact for you that perhaps I know and you don't. There's a 20% chance of that, but is that the guy who did the music for this also did the music in Vikings? I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, the Vikings TV show. There's a fun fact. Yeah. Well, I will say it was only the last season, but still, it counts. It counts. It absolutely counts. Ooh, I just thought about how I need to get relaxed body. I did not. So I've not watched the show. Well, yeah. Well, right. I mean, if you watched the last season, you definitely hear similarities in the music. But yeah, it's cool. Man, this is tough. Because right now we know relaxed bodies can be necessary for the long run, but that's not helpful at the moment at all. Withdrawal, on the other hand, is nice. Very, very nice. I think it's going to be necessary in the long run as well. I think it's that important. Because this is a game where they don't deal like 10,000 damage by the end, right? They don't scale as fast. So let's do withdrawal. That actually is going to be helpful for a very long time. Well, probably until the end. Hopefully that's a wise move. We'll see. Only time will tell. Okay. Alright. Well, I guess it didn't matter if I used it or not. Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched the new Viking stuff, though. I haven't heard good things about it, so I decided against it. Okay. Dead. Do a couple hits. You felt the urge today to rewatch Black Sails? Yeah. When was Black Sails? Black Sails was released a long time ago, wasn't it? Like 15 years or something. I should have done this first. Oh well. 10 years ago? Yeah. I didn't watch it, but yeah. I didn't watch it, but when it was released, I remember watching like the first episode. And I didn't expect it to have so much, sexual content and stuff. It definitely did shock me. It sounded so well. I don't remember what I was seeing in terms of the description of it, but yeah, I just didn't expect it. So I remember I was like so shocked. He's not gonna die, you jerk. Oh, I can bring this in. Let's see. We don't get this often. We probably do need the armor. I actually found it refreshing. But the sexual stuff? Like that it was a good, pacing away from the fighting, or... Yeah. The way they show all kinds of relationships between women, men, and thruples. Well, yeah, I didn't watch it enough to know. I'll stun the one that we can't tell is stunned. Okay. Just get rid of the healer. Whoops. Or almost get rid of him. Very realistic, but without making it to just show boobies. Which is what you felt about Game of Thrones. I never got past the first season with that one. Yeah. Yeah, I did end up watching it by the suggestion of a friend of mine a long time ago, but I kind of like when I did so, I kind of like I was watching it on times 2 speed because I just wasn't as interested. The very first time I tried to watch it, it was like I got the exact same feeling as you did, Masha, 100%. The very first time I watched it, it kind of just felt like there is a story that exists, but also there's nudity. Like, or it honestly did feel like nudity was was the biggest draw of the show. It did feel that way. Now, then when I watched it the second time on times 2 speed, it didn't have that feel as much, and maybe it's because I had it on times 2 speed, so I wasn't really watching it. But yeah, let's see. I need something for a weapon. I guess it'll be calc, but that's a shame because it's not that good. Also, I know that it's probably controversial if somebody loves it, but in my opinion, the last season wasn't a big step down. The last, what was it, the second last episode or whatever it was, everyone likes to hate. It was bad. Don't get me wrong. It was like the epitome of what's wrong with modern TV. However, I think that there were signs through the entire season that that's what was going to go down. So it was like when people were so outraged about it, I was like, did you watch the show? Because it was like, because, like, for example, when I forget her name, but when the sister does the parlor trick in order to kill the big bad guy, and everyone was upset with that, it was like she was practicing it in episode 1. Like, anybody who knows TV knows that if they're going to be showing you that somebody's practicing a move, they're going to use it at some point in the show. Like, it's just going to happen. It's going to be part of the story. So I kind of knew it was going to happen when it occurred, because it was like, well, yeah, Chekhov's guns. Man, I don't know the reference, man. You know what we should do? One of the streaming days should be movie day. That's what we got to do. Oh, that's the term. Okay. Yeah. But but yeah, it's something that's very right. If you've watched enough TV, you should kind of expect it. So it was funny to me when everyone was like so upset. It's like, again, you knew it was going to happen. Like, what are you talking about? And the other thing is that the moment that, because when somebody, it looks like they're about to die, but then they don't actually die, they did that for several seasons. And so when they were bragging about how it was going to be such a long episode of fighting, I knew immediately they were going to do that same movie trope of, oh, everyone looks like they're dead, but they're not actually dead. Because they did that since like season 2 or 3. I remember it happened where somebody did an inhuman feat, and it's like they fade to black, and it's like, well, clearly they're dead, and then you see them in the next scene, and they're fine, and it's like, well, it wasn't often enough because it wasn't like full on battles, but it was a case where it happened occasionally. Right. So that's why it was like, well, okay, if their backs against the wall, if they have to make this super long fights, obviously that's going to happen all the time. And also, this is the end. Like, they're going to want to make it feel dramatic. Like, I don't know. I feel like it should have been anticipated, and people didn't anticipate it. But I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Um. The start of each turn with full ultimate, gain 100% damage for the next hit. Yeah, sure. Like, there was good and bad in the show, right? But yeah. Chekhov's gun refers to the principle that everything shown in a story should have a point in the story. It should not be unnecessary. So if they showed her practicing the parlor trick, it follows that the parlor trick should be used at some point. Yeah, exactly. No worries, it's okay. But yes, exactly. Right. Chekhov's guns. Like, yeah, you should know that's gonna be brought up again. I don't know, and I do remember so many people saying how it was so out of nowhere. And again, I thought that was so bizarre. Like, no, it wasn't. I don't know. How? Alright, 22. Okay. He's gonna hurt me because he's a jerk. I don't think this is smoke bomb worthy. Not yet. We are gonna get hurt though. There's a more in-depth thing that refers to setup, reminder, and follow-up. Yeah, like foreshadowing and stuff, yeah. Alright, we're just gonna have to hit him. We're not doing the block. We probably should have done a smoke shot. Actually, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, you set up a thing, then sometime later remind the viewer of it by showing it somehow, then finally it pays off somehow. Yeah. No, I mean, it makes sense, you know? I think that to a point that is good storytelling, but it was, at the same time, it was so disappointing. I mean, and I will say it was funny to watch because I knew that he was gonna die by a parlor trick. I just didn't know when it was gonna happen. So when it happened, it was like, you know, I was laughing at how stupid it was because obviously it was just like ridiculous. Surrounded, and also it's like, I don't know, they definitely did make a lot of big mistakes in the last few seasons. Absolutely. And there were definitely times where it was like, you know, it felt like they were telling a story, and then it felt like somebody else walked in and told them to stop and let's tell a different one. That's honestly how it felt while I watched it. Because sometimes it was like some part of the story seemed so pertinent, and then it all of a sudden became like it didn't matter whatsoever because it didn't fit their next the next storyline. So it absolutely did feel like there was another writer on the team or something. I mean, I don't know what actually happened, but it did feel that way. Alright. Could try to get rid of him. Probably could. I forgot. Don't have one more energy. I still probably can. Yeah, I'll be close. Nope. Alright, stun him. I don't want to offer the armor. It's gonna hurt. I have to just take the big hit. Ugh, I don't want to do that either. This is gonna hurt like crazy. 38 damage is the maximum. I can't lose the armor, though. Because it's not going to save me enough, is it? No. Because if I lose 10 armor, yeah, it's not going to help. Yep. I'd take a big hit. Okay. Okay. Well, he's not killing me. Alright, so if we don't block, we die. So we have to play gamble. There's no other option. Alright. So we're alive for this round. This is actually really hard. Oh, man. Can probably get rid of him now. Maybe not. Nope. Yeah, low number 2. Okay. Oh, man, this might be it. Okay. Well, I have a lot of defensive cards. Maybe I'm fine. 1, 2. Where are we at? 45, 50 something. Yeah, we're good. We're alive. You know what? Let's do... Oh, no, I should play this. I could kill this guy. Man. Well, we're gonna have to smoke him. Not a big deal. Now you are the big deal. Alright. We just do a hit. We're not doing the risk. I'll just sit. We're not taking damage. This is maxed out. Oh dear. Okay. So okay. I have to get a smoke. Okay, I did. And now I have to get 2 kills. Not impossible, just very unlikely. Well, you can bring this in now. We can't... Well, I guess we could use corrosive weaponry. But then we'll lose our damage bonus. Maybe it is possible. Let's try it out. Ah, died. 1 more energy. Huh. Okay. Well, let's do that. Ooh, it's not nearly enough. Alright, well, we're barely alive. All these gambles. I'd rather stun the golem and lower his armor. But then we have to deal with another guy. Whew. Man. Alright, so I just need to kill 1. have to do I'm gonna have to get 2 high rolls for this to work. No, it's not impossible. I might be forced to do a gamble though. Nope. Okay, good. Barely kicking. Oh, that's not good. Of your current health. Okay, so that's not going to kill me. Okay. I can't tell if it's over. I constantly feel like it's over. So if I do... I can't do stepping stones in the name shot. These would be discarded. This will probably get a kill. I mean, we would live. Ooh, it's not much. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we're still alive. We'll lose... Oh, well, we'll lose 4 health. That's fine. And we're alive again. These guys need to... Yeah, I need to kill them. Well, we have to do this. He's not gonna die, though. Well, we're trying to survive. Alright. Well. Oh well. That is so much harder. Gotta say. No wonder I gave up on that one. Yeah, I got up to 42 at one point. Crazy. Man, I had hope a long time ago. Alright, we're gonna do one more run. Let's see. Let's go back to the easy. Let's go back to easy. It's funner. It's more fun. Oh wait. Okay. Oh well. Never mind. We're doing misery again. I forgot it doesn't give you an option. Well, maybe we'll just do well. Also an option. Hey kid, how you doing? Miss anything good? A lot of death. We just started a new run just for you. Completely intentional. 100% intentional, in fact. I've never done anything as intentional. Also, the box came in if you saw on the channel. At the start of every turn, increase damage by 5%. Each discarded arrow and spirit arrow reduces armor. Yeah, we're gonna do that. But yeah, I've lost twice, so I'm going again. We're seeing how it's going to go. Great a disturbance. Ah, okay. He's not gonna go down. Let's just do an acid flood. Okay. We can do a hold bow. It's a little, or no. Let's not do a hold bow. We'll just hit him. Whoops. Keep on missing. By the way, it was such a crazy week this week. I am shocked I was able to get those videos out. Like, I am still shocked that it happened at all. Astounded. I'm astounded. Also, we did have one really bad random day with subscribers. I don't know exactly what happened there, but I lost 5. So that was fun. It was very strange. I thought I was gonna hit 750 on Saturday, yesterday. Yeah, or like I thought it was possible, and then I like lost a bunch because I was at 745. Actually, no, I lost more than 5 because I was at 745. And then all of a sudden it dropped down to 738. So I guess we should be at 749 right now. So I don't know exactly what happened there. But it's okay. We will survive. I'll probably hit 750 next week then. But I'm absolutely slowing down on subscribers, let me tell you. Not worth sweating over single digits? Well, I'll live. Yeah. I mean, right, if it was dozens, I would be devastated. Then I actually would feel bad. But there are more important things in life than having some more subscribers. I mean, as much as I want subscribers, and that's lovely, but of course there's always more important things. Okay. We can probably hold the bow. Oh. I think it's still okay. Yeah, because I forgot about her, but we can stun her. Hopefully that helps. She's going to become a problem. They're both going to become a problem, actually. More important things like good food, pretty girls, and swords. Yes. Significantly more important. My thoughts exactly. Yeah. You know, let's pop one of these early just to make this better. Ah, you're not gonna die. I thought they would've. Man, well, I wasted it, but we're gonna go after her. Or it. The gargoyle. I don't know why I always thought this was a lady. But I probably should have stunned him now I think about it, but not a big deal. Okay, anything you want to flip? Yes, these need to flip. Okay. Whew. Ooh, bloodthirsty shot. Fantastic. We got it so early, too. Every third arrow played in combat gives you an ultimate. That's okay. I'm not actually opposed to that, but we're going to take Relaxed Body. I'd prefer if this was way later, but I don't think I want to risk not getting it. And this is something I can risk not getting. Alright, this is going to be an interesting one. Because this is going to be the rats, and I think that the bloodthirsties can be rather useful here. We don't want the kills. We know that. We can gain the damage output, but we're not going to use the aim shot because it's going to get us a kill. Oh, this could get a kill. Alright, hit her then. And hit him with this. Alright, you're not going to get a kill. Man. I'm taking damage on purpose. I hope that's smart. Ooh. We're at 17. Oh my goodness. Ugh. I don't want to hold up, man. Man, this card better be worth it. We're taking some big risks for it. I was gonna stun him now. Okay. Okay, 2 down. Guess we'll do an unbreakable. You take a hit here, but that's okay. It's worth it, probably. Okay, so he's gonna die. What's the number? 57? Yeah, it's too high. So we can hit him with it. Man, we have too many unbreakables. We should just flip these, honestly. This will be a big hit. We'll put on the big guy. Actually, we should have put it on him. Didn't draw it yet. I guess we'll stun him. 54. 54 can kill him. 2 hits at 10 to 18. That's fine. Okay. Sure. Alright, you can get a kill with this. Ooh, not good enough to get that kill. Well, guess we'll kill her then. Okay. Alright, I think that we got it from here. You're dead. Do I want to play this? I guess I can. Or no, it's pointless. So we'll just leave it. You can do an acid flood, doesn't hurt. Want that to be on the right side. Okay. Yeah, so we're just hunting for the last bloodthirsty shot, which is somewhere in the deck. 12 damage, not too bad. We'll flip this. End the turn. And let's play this first. And kill him. Okay. We got 4 kills with, or sorry, all 5 of them were killed with the Bloodthirsty. That's really good. We need the armor pretty desperately. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to check on it. Yeah, 175%. So, right, we've more than tripled the damage output of it after one fight. That's crazy. Let's do a feint. He needs to go down, so we're just going to hit him some. Okay, 10 to 17, not good enough. Let's play the feint. That should be enough to get the kill. Yeah. Or we'll do an acid. Do the free feint, may as well. Let's flip the charge. Oh, we already got it. Too big of a hit. This should kill him. Let's play this first, because it'll give us a small damage boost. Yep. So it is guaranteed. Alright. It's doing pretty good so far. Ooh, preparation time. So nice. Great. Now what? Probably warding lore. That is gonna matter. Huh. Let's do crack stand. Because it had to be a weapon slot. That actually will help some. 10%, you know, the enemies take 10% more damage. That does stack up. Oh dear. Okay, well, we'll stun one. He's not gonna die, is he? No. Even if I do maximum, yeah, this guy's fine. Yeah, 57. Yeah. 68. Yep. This guy's not dying. So what do I want to do then? I'm not getting a kill. If I injure them, they're gonna hurt me worse. Let's do a stepping stone. Alright. This is far better. We don't want to kill those guys, we just want to hurt them. Let's make sure that they are heavily wounded. He should be good enough to kill with one shot with our main. Ah. Okay, stun him. And I feel, yeah, let's just kill one of them. They're hurting us too much. We'll leave just the one to hit us. Man, still crazy. Flip these, end the turn. This is quite the hunt. Is it gone? It's there. Really weird. Very peculiar. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll hit the guy. Don't want to do a big hit. You can do a small one. Alright, that's fine. Let's do an unbreakable. Guess I'll have to do a feint. Also, let's flip the charge. There we go. Finally. 220 damage. Okay. Alright. Unyielding Quiver probably isn't a bad call. Let's take it. It's the exiled kitchen sink, so we'll go for it. Steady aim. After ending a turn without dealing any hits, your next hit will deal 25. Will reduce the enemy's armor by 25. Each discarded arrow grants you some damage. After ending a turn without dealing any hits, increase damage of the next hit by 100. Well, I have been doing that lately. But let's do delay. Ooh. Man, no, let's... Wow, actually, it's tough. Let's do... Because delay punishment is happening all the time. Patience is 50-50. So this will be some guaranteed small amounts, but 5% isn't very high, right? So let's do some patience. Alright, this is where we died last time. Let's make sure it's not a repeat. The thing that is not going for us is that we don't have a very good block ability like we did last time. Okay. Ah. I thought he would have died. Okay. Let's actually pop both. We know it's going to happen. Are they dealing 20 damage to me? No, almost. No, yeah, very close. You're gonna have to go out in the cold, dark rain for a bit. You'll be back soon. Oh man, I hope everything's okay. I hope the chickens are okay. Man, this is a tough one again. Gamble is way too scary. Okay. Die. Okay. Alright, we're barely taking any damage. We shouldn't do that stuff. Can get a bloodthirsty off. Okay. Not feeling crazy confident still. Man, this is a death by 1,000 cuts situation. Just smoke them. Let's do the power draw. Whew. Alright, so we're gonna have to do the feint and unbreakable. So, yeah. So now we're fine-ish. I do want him to go. The elemental shots aren't crazy high. Not yet in the game. I do have, well, actually I do have a high base damage though. So it'll be this number times 4? I believe. It also does have lower, so right, I can kill him if I do this. I think. Yeah. Okay. So remove his armor for 3 turns, gain some barrier. Ooh, if he does max damage, I die. Alright, we're gonna use our warding lore. Now's the time. Waited all this time for that. Okay. Ow. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we have to stun him. He's gonna kill us. We can't let that happen. Okay. Okay. Now this will likely get the kill. Yeah. Can't stun him. Oh. Died a stun. Can't stun him again. Too big hit. How you looking? I'll hit him again. Man, another free stun. Let's see if we get one. We didn't. Okay, we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to aim to stun him every round at this point, which is not a fun place to be. Okay, I think I can kill him. Oh no. Nope, not quite. Alright. So I have to do a block. I'm dead anyway. Ah. Well, okay, so then we have to do a smoke bomb, but I mean... I'm dead still. Well. Man, that's tough. Man, we've lost 3 times. This has not been a good day in Avalon. I said it last time, but it's so true. Alright, we're not gonna do that game mode anymore. We can't do it. We'll do endless power again. Maybe I just have to get used to it. And we're going back here because technically this is the lowest number in order to get the top 5. So we'll go back to the tried and true. We got close. Very close. And yeah, since it's after midnight, yeah, I'm either going to play till I lose, or I'll play until whatever, 1 or something. I don't want a finishing shot. I don't want ultimate infinite training, and I don't want flare shot, so no. Concussion. Every 10th hit stuns. After killing an enemy, reduce the energy cost of the next maneuver by 2. Not bad. Every maneuver grants you 3 barrier. Horrible. let's do concussion. Okay. You're a mind bender. Okay, so and also you're bringing one in. You jerk. Okay. Shouldn't be too bad. It's a little annoying, but still not too bad. Do a feint. I do like the early fights. I will say it is a lot of fun with like the Berserker. That is a ton of fun. Oh man, all three of these are very good. We're gonna have to take Veracity though. Every kill gives us 5 ultimate. That is, you know, I feel like I have to take that one. Especially if we are going to be doing Stairs of Bodies. The ability is similar to that, where for every kill you gain bonuses. I feel like you kind of need to. I feel like sometimes I never see the Forest Sentinel, and then other times it's like he's spotted all the time. Okay. Okay. He doesn't mind getting hit. Like as in he doesn't get stronger if he gets hit. I'm sure he does mind it. Nope. Every turn, increase the damage of the first hit by 25%. That's okay. Every maneuver grants you 3 barrier. That is the worst ability that's ever existed. And it sounds so bad to say. Every 4th hit deals 100% more damage. Yes. I believe we just need 5 more armor. Yeah, I'd like to get to 25. It seems to be the magic number. At least at the beginning, you know. I'll do 2. It'll boost my damage output and get a big hit. He is being helpful, which is nice. Because he's injuring the others, but he's also injuring me in this case. Ew. I guess we'll stun him. Take that. Yeah, let's go for hit. Yeah, that works. Okay. The ×2 on there. Sorry, I might have did that too fast. Call to Arms. Nice. That is so amazing. The kitchen sink card. We've not seen it lately. It's been quite a long time. Very helpful. Very, very helpful. Okay, 2 of these aren't bad. Mwahaha. Yes, the kitchen sink. The all-powerful kitchen sink. Alright, let's get... yeah, let's grab the barrier. Last one. Now we're going straight attack. Okay. Alright, let's see. play that. Another big hit. He's out of here. Die. Okay. We have the kitchen sink, but we don't need it. But it shall be used quite regularly at the end. It is rather necessary at that point in the game. Canceling. No, thank you. All right, we have some good ones here. At the start of each turn with full ultimate, gain 100% damage for the next hit. Every third arrow played in combat gives you 1 ultimate. And Caltrops, each discarded arrow and spirit arrow reduces armor. We're going to go Caltrops, but honestly, they're all good options. Okay. Let's do Unbreakable. We could just hit the main guy. We could probably focus him down, actually. Yeah, I think that we can. He'll be more than half dead, so... Whoops. Yeah, look at that. 58 health left. Already. Easy. Okay. Duplicate a card, huh? It is a little intriguing to duplicate kitchen sink this early, but we should just increase our card draw because we're going to want to do it at some point. Ooh, we got the worst mythical. Ooh, we got a rare they don't like using. Okay, so Ethel's going in the armor slot, gives us some armor. First turn we gain 50% damage. First round we gain 1 additional card. I guess we'll put in the weapon slot because I prefer this in the armor. I gain a weird candle occasionally. I mean, if I'm going for number 1, I'll want Ying then, because which I guess in the end that is the ultimate goal. But we'll see. Shouldn't be too bad. Ooh, kitchen sink time. Nice. All right, we're doing all right. We're doing good. I actually am liking our start. It's not the best possible, but it is good. I'm not going to take any of these. Preparations is nice as well. All of the birds are fine? Okay, good. Well, yeah, I don't know if you heard me, but when you said they have to go out, I was asking you if all the chickens are okay. But yeah. Both of these are so good. Let's do preparations. It's defensive, but yeah. But it's so helpful. Man, do I not like these guys. We have to stun one. They're going to lower our armor significantly, so... I can't hit him or kill him, so we'll just... Yeah. I don't think damaging them even makes sense. We're just me losing our bonuses. Okay. Whew. Minus 15, you say. Luckily, I took the ability that gives me 10 armor when I play a maneuver. we're going to just end the turn. Because now we're maxed out. Alright, not a good one, but not a bad one. Alright, we just got one left. Alright, he's doing 20. He's doing 3, so we're fine. I just hit him. Oh, we can kill him. Okay. I didn't think I could. Let's end the turn, though. Right. He's out of here. He's not dealing enough damage. So the kitchen sink and go in. Again, we're not dealing enough. So 2 feints and do a big hit. Ooh, very close. Okay. I think we're gonna be okay. Let's see here. Let's do the unbreakable. Actually, I probably could have killed him if I brought that in. Anything need to be flipped? Yeah. Ooh, I can't do it now though. Or can, oh, no, I can. Let's do a charge. Yeah. Because I prefer charge on the other side when it only costs me 1. Discard a card. Probably charge. Yeah, stepping stones. You're out of here. All right. I think that lately I've been doing the psychic shot. I think I'm going to continue this trend because it does a little bit of everything. Because I don't know what I'll need in the moment. I think it's actually very beneficial. Let's get a weird candle. Okay. Just hit him. Continue. Man. Alright, so he's dead. Anything to flip? Yes. And yes. Perfect. Alright, so I do need to get stuff that removes armor, but not acid shot. Not today. Ooh, we have 2 very good ones. Tranquility, on enemy kill, gain damage for the next hit, equal to 100% of your damage modifier. That is so good to double the damage modifier. That's insane. I haven't actually gotten it in the last 3 runs. I don't want to lose it again, so we're going to take it. The other one of gaining 3 ultimates on a kill is so good too. I definitely will need it if this is the run, but we'll see. No one's attacking, oddly enough. That's not good. Alright, let's stun him. Why does everyone have such high armor? Oh, the Faith Healer must have done it. You can't exactly lower it. Can't exactly hit him either. And he hits everyone on the field, which is good, I guess. The annoying thing is that he does go past barrier, which is something we've learned. If I kill the Faith Healer, well, I won't. Because if I kill the Faith Healer, she's going to give a bonus to everybody. Okay, maybe I can do it now. Let's play a feint. The only reason is for a damage boost. Actually, it might be possible. Because I gain a damage boost here. Yep. Got him. Okay. So they're just healing. Not a big deal. Another stun. Well, I guess I may as well kill her while I'm here. Nice. I actually shouldn't have killed him there though, but it's okay. We got the kill. We got through. Okay. No. And cancel. Changing positions. Ending a turn without dealing any hits gives you some barrier. Next turn. Oh, it's not even that turn. Next turn? Huh. The Binge Eater. You ever spray a cockroach and it scurries off and you find a dead one, but you don't know if that's the one you saw? Asking for a friend. No, not in my lifetime. Spray a cockroach, man. I suppose I have been in situations with like a mosquito or something, where you spray it and it's like it might kill it, and then you find a dead mosquito and it's like, is this it? Somebody take a picture. we need to compare notes. Hunter's Dream. I guess we'll go Hunter's Dream. No, let's go Strong Grip. Same thing. Yes, it is the same thing. Well, I've never done so. I'm assuming that's exactly what happened right now. How are we doing? I'm doing okay. Yeah. I've been mildly under the weather, but I'm good. How are you doing? Yeah, the burn level is getting kinda on the low side. It's attacking all allies. Brilliant. Okay. Love my King Arthur vids. Oh, nice. Oh, you come from the King Arthur Knight's Tale, or are you saying the King Arthur vid? I feel like I have too much King Arthur content. Yeah, you're good other than the roach. Yeah, no. Very understandable. Oh, I can just kill him. Do we want to get a duplication up? Yeah, the Knight's Tale. Yeah, Knight's Tale is my favorite game of all time. It really is. Like, in terms of the mechanics, it's so good. A lot of fun. I will be continuing the Ninth Legion next week, but I don't know if you saw the post, but I had I made mistakes were made, one might say. so I had to. Well, yeah, we'll figure it out. Everything's fine. Sigil, maybe. Maybe. I guess I could also increase the damage output. Also not a bad call. Let's increase damage. Just because. Yeah, I honestly, I don't know, like, your background in terms of what you enjoy watching, Binge Eater, but, or, like, enjoy playing. But I honestly think that King Arthur Knight's Tale would make an excellent board game. I really do. You love XCOM, but never got Knight's Tale. I haven't finished your Knight's Tale vids, but I'll watch the Legion one after. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I will say that eventually in Knight's Tale, well, out of curiosity, have I gotten Damus yet? Just wondering. And also, I do not play a perfect game in that run. I will tell you that. Good. There we go. Also, I mean, I will say it's like, it is such a good game. Just got Mordred Mom. Okay. Yeah. All right. I vaguely, yeah. I believe that's like at the end of Act 2 or something. Yeah. 30-something episodes wise, yeah. That sounds right from what I recall. Let's see. Each point of unused barrier gives us more damage. That would probably make the most sense. Yeah, I feel like I cracked the code on Damus, which you'll see later, but because I had him twice, I think, in my life, and then the first time I had him, he was very lame, but I was able to make it work. But that was definitely a lot of fun. And then when I figured out that, hey, this was actually very smart, felt like a genius. But it's nothing that big. But yeah, it is a very good game. And to be honest, I have been. There are 2 projects of mine that I'm considering trying to get done. And one of the projects is that one day I do want to try to get in contact with Neocore Games about giving them a prototype of a board game, because I think that it would do exceptional. I really do. And then the other thing is doing something with Tainted Grail, but which I suppose is the main thing my channel does. Okay, we can just pop in tons of barrier. We should be fine. Oh yeah, that alone will do it. We do have a giant hit. If we delay, this should keep increasing. Or I could just go in. Let's just do it. Oh, stunned. Perfect. You've been watching the Tyrant playthrough and you're loving it. Thanks for the content. Yeah, I'm so glad that you enjoy it. Honestly, I really do. It is such a good game. And dare I say, better than XCOM, I would even say. Because the management system is just like, it is so fun to try to figure out what team you're going to be making. Like, it is so much fun doing that. And then also, as you get new knights, it's like, okay, who's replaceable, who is irreplaceable, you know, having that balance. It is a ton of fun. They did very well, for sure. I thought they would have died. I forgot I lost my damage bonus. Alright, so he's set. Yeah. It would be nice if I can just get a kill. Very close to that. If we do bring in an arrow bag that does increase our damage, that might be enough. I'd have to do a high roll. If worse comes to worse, I can toss a knife, but tiny amount of damage isn't a big deal. Alright. Settled. Nice. Let's actually save it. Like swords more than lasers? Yes. Yeah. No, I get you. I mean, I played XCOM first as well. Like, I played XCOM Enemies Unknown. I have played on my own time the original XCOM game, whatever, XCOM Base Defense. But I think I need to have the mods for it, because it is a little bit much for me. But yeah, it is a lot of fun. A very classic game. Oh yeah, he's not gonna die actually. That's okay. Or maybe I could have killed him technically. Doesn't really matter. No damage. Yeah, I think it is fun in terms of, right, because it's knights, but it's like I feel like in terms of strategy, whenever there's a game where there are people that are melee and ranged, it is just a lot more fun because there's just so much more variety. I mean, that kind of exists in XCOM, but you have like one class or two classes that like to go up front and personal. But it's just like not enough to me. I feel like it has to be at least half. You taught me that Overwatch is kind of crap if you're actually good at the game. Yeah, Overwatch is very, very rarely should it be used. I will say you will see probably one of my favorite fights I did was kind of like a puzzle, and I thought I was a goner because I'm assuming you've seen The Lost with Corpse Explosion. You had to make your own challenges in XCOM, like all the mechs or something like that. Yeah. I wish there was more of that in I mean, I feel like in XCOM, I feel like if you try to make it too much melee, then it doesn't really feel like you're playing XCOM anymore, and you're just trying to like retrofit it into what you like, and it's like I'm sure you could probably do that, but to me, it's like, yeah, King Arthur would probably make more sense. But yeah, there was one fight. It was near the end, or like the last third of it, and it was like all the Lost had corpse explosion, which dealt an absurd amount of damage. And I took a bad team, and it was something where it was like every single one of my heroes was so hurt that if one person got a corpse exploded on them, they would die, and there were like 30 of them. So it was like this really difficult fight. Probably my funnest one. It was very close, very close. I'll just say that, but it was a lot of fun. All right, we're getting rid of bow draw for sure. Well, or should I get rid of the arrow bag? If I get rid of the arrow bag, that would let me get duplicate the call to arms. Yeah, so let's get rid of the arrow bag. But yeah, it is a lot of fun. And also what is kind of a shame is so few people like play it or like know about it. There's this one guy who does comment on my videos semi-regularly on King Arthur. Well, I guess he does it every video, but He was saying that there's not a single playthrough that was completed to his knowledge that played, excuse me, the bad guys in the Ninth Legion of King Arthur, which I thought was kind of crazy because I think it's like $20 on Steam. It's not that expensive. It's a lot of fun, but yeah, it is very difficult. I will say the new one, the Ninth Legion, it's insane. The difficulty bump is really high. Like I remember, I had mentioned at the beginning of the playthrough of King Arthur that I remember, all the people that were saying how it's impossible, the King Arthur game, but it's really not. But I gotta say, the Ninth Legion, it definitely hinges on impossible. It is really hard. Like, you have to be, like, mega mind or whatever to succeed in that one. These are grub boys. Ravenous. Okay. Okay, we'll leave them there. All right. One left. Can't draw. That's fine. Man, our light really is getting low. Okay, good. Bloodthirsty. Man, we've been needing that. Fantastic. This could actually be the run of us getting to top 5. That I think it has the makings of it. Every 6 maneuver played in combat reduces the energy. Okay, vantage point is good. After killing an enemy, reducing energy cost to the next maneuver. That is good, so we'll take it. It is a benefit, a regular one. Just not against the ultimate bosses here. Okay. Yeah, so we can play one of these. Let's do the bow draw, so we can get a kill. We can play a feint. I forgot about Bloodthirsty. Okay, so he's not going to go down. I wonder if I could make it work. We need to get the kill with Bloodthirsty. Yeah, it's not going to happen now. Yeah. That's why I enjoy your playlists. You've done more than just what everyone else does. I appreciate that. You're the first person I could find that actually did a good, fun Tyrant playthrough. Yeah, I gotta say, so my channel, well, my channel is pretty much a Tainted Grail lore channel, mostly, as you probably have witnessed. However, sorry, I'm focusing. Okay. However, when I was playing King Arthur, man, the views were not the best for some time. I was so close to dropping it, but then I kept thinking about it. It's like all the times that I personally was like looking for a playthrough of some game, and then it's like always the person did like 3 or 4 videos and then quit. Then it's like, okay, fine, I'll find someone else. So I was like, no, I'm gonna finish this. It doesn't matter. I'm getting like 10 views. And I mean, at this point, it did a lot better. And I think it was, I think that people found it later on as well. So that was really good. Because many of them now are getting, 50 to 100 or 50 to 100 views, like by the end of it. So that was very nice. But, well, I mean, to me, I'm a small channel. So to me, that was very pleasant. But yeah. Okay, all these are very good. So currently I have the 4th hit. Yeah, let's do Shoot to Remember, because I think that does pair well, if memory serves. Okay. Lose 50 armor, that would hurt a lot. I can... Oh, can I live with it? More than likely I'll draw a feint, 2 feints, so I can. I should just play it. Okay, that's a safe move. Alright, so we're looking at 30 damage, we're looking at 45, almost 50 damage. That's tolerable. If I hit him, I'm going to be losing the bonuses. Alternatively, if I just let everything get discarded, this will be maxed out. That's probably what I want. Yeah, exactly. They do the vids to get a paycheck. That yeah. Because it's like, right after you do, I forget the magic number, but it's either 3 or 5. But once you do either 3 or 5 videos on a game, the views drop dramatically. So it's like many times you're not going, if you're a content creator, you're not going to be wanting to play that game anymore, because it's like, well, if I'm not getting views, who cares? But yeah, but it's a fun game. And yeah, it was definitely an interesting time in my life as well. Okay, we got another bloodthirsty. That's really good to see. If I do faint, hopefully this doesn't kill him now. No. Ooh, I miscounted. I can't do bloodthirsty. That's okay. We'll leave him there. And yeah, there is a good chance, like a very high chance, that I'll be pursuing trying to contact Neocore. Sorry, I came from not your main content, but you got a fan of me. Oh, well, I appreciate that a ton. I really do. I really, really do. Yeah, I know that I have a slight, well, I know, I mean, the genres are the same, you know, it's Arthurian legend in both cases, but they are obviously pretty different. But me personally, I prefer those, you know, turn-based games, or that's my jam. That's what I enjoy the most, for sure. But yeah, but as I was saying, I'm probably gonna do the Ninth Legion, and um I'm not sure when I'll return to King Arthur Knight's Tale, but I probably will one day. But I definitely probably will be reaching out to Neocore about a prototype, because it just makes no sense. Um, but yeah, it just makes no sense why they don't have a board game when that would be exceptional. Like, I can understand why XCOM doesn't have a board game. That's a lot harder to do. But in terms of okay, we're gonna be duplicating Call to Arms. Oh, Bloodthirsty Shaws actually, but I have to duplicate. That's necessary. But yeah, it's like, I feel like it would do exceptional, because since it is medieval fighting, right? You can have these smaller maps, kind of similar to Gloomhaven, if you know board games, you know, kind of similar to Gloomhaven, where you'd be able to do that. But it's like, imagine Gloomhaven with a very good story and having a management system. I think that would do exceptional, because there's not too many managerial games out there in terms of board games. And it's like, you kind of have to find that balance of making it a Euro game, or like, not, sorry, making it not so much of a Euro game, where there's like, it's complicated. But yeah, I'm doing my best to try to do what I love. I'm trying. But yeah, I will definitely say sometimes it is hard to tell, where it's like, you know, trying to balance the because I like when you guys are there, right? I like interacting with you guys, like on the Discord. I love just seeing that there's a community there. That's just so nice. I love having you guys here. You're all awesome. From all walks. Right, he's gonna survive this. I wonder... No, I just have one shot. Yeah, he's almost there, but not quite. Alright, we just want to survive, which is actually not too bad. Let's do the small one. Wait, which one's the small one? Alright, this one's the small one. We retain the damage output. Oof. If I play this, it'll increase our damage slightly more. Man, it's close. Let's do the free feint. Let's do the feint. Get back. There. We may as well do a hold bow. We prefer it on the other side. Okay. We are doing good. I think top 5 is reasonable. I really do. Okay, we'll cancel that. We do not need relaxed body. Let's do vital point. You'd like an Arthurian Legend RTS? Don't know how that would work, but I don't know. Sounds neat on paper. What's a game? I was trying to... Man, something came to my mind that kind of slipped. Have you ever played War Tales, by the way? It's not exactly... It's RTS, you know, light, or, you know, it's similar. RTS adjacent. Where it's like, right, there's a open world map kind of that you run around on, and then you have, and time does pass, so things do occur if you, you know, aren't efficient. But essentially, you just are like a mercenary company, and you fight different groups. I mean, actually, if you do enjoy King Arthur, you might be interested in looking at War Tales. It's a fun game. I actually wouldn't be opposed to streaming it at some point. But it's on the list of streamable things they might do. But yeah, but I honestly think it could work. I mean, I am trying to remember the name, but there was a game that was released several years ago, like 15, 20, and it was an RTS but there were goblins and orcs and stuff. But it did do pretty well, where you essentially got to recruit different people, and it was a auto battler. So all of your knights, or all of your companions, they weren't knights, would automatically fight the enemy, but then you'd control the main character. I feel like that probably could work from an Arthurian standpoint, where you could take certain knights, and then they would act automatically, and then you'd be controlling Arthur. I feel like that probably could work pretty well. Honestly, this is the first I've seen this game, Tainted Grail, that is. Yeah. Well, this is Conquest. Yeah, I think it could work. I really do. I believe in it. I believe in the possibility. Alright, we're gonna have to end the turn. Okay, we'll take a shot. But we're gonna have to end the turn. Yeah, this is a pretty fun game. This kind of is how I got introduced to Tainted Grail. But there's also a board game, and that's also kind of how I got into it. I don't technically know which one came first in terms of what I played, but yeah. Let's do an unbreakable first, then we'll just do our aim shot. This guy is in fact a problem. Yeah, but Tainted Grail has a very dark atmosphere, and I know that's a turnoff for some people, which I totally get. I forgot he redirects. Which I totally get. But yeah, it is a very dark theme. I know to some that's hard to play then, because they just don't like that kind of stuff. There's a super old King Arthur game on PS2 they love called Legion Legend of Excalibur. I don't think I know that one. Oh, by the way, I guess I should mention it. If you do, if you love, if I remember, I never played it, right? But Neocore Games originally, like King Arthur Knight's Tale wasn't their first King Arthur game. Originally, they made a game that was similar to Total War, if you're familiar with that, which is like grand strategy battles, right? But they made a game similar to that, except it's on Avalon, and you play as King Arthur, and I think you're fighting Mordred, like, with the Battle of Camlan and stuff. And then there's also morality choices that determine like what abilities you can use on the battlefield. So there's kind of like a hero mechanic, but you also control your troops. I never played it, but I did like consider playing it at one point. Like consider getting it, at one point. But yeah, I thought that it sounded interesting. It might be something you'd be interested in, but it is older. Like I want to say like late 2000s. I don't know. It's been quite a while since I looked. Yeah, in concept it sounds really good, but it doesn't sound like too many people like ended up getting it back in the day. To be honest, I have actually considered buying it and playing it on on the channel. I'm not opposed to it, honestly. Yeah, it is pretty niche. I know, I feel like I have a pretty niche community. Yeah, that is true. There are a lot of people like that version of Total War, because that is like the kind of game. Or also what's it called, Three Kingdoms, right? That kind of version of it. Let's see, let's do a feint. Okay, I guess we'll do a bigger hit. We can bring this in. So then, Binge Eater, like your typical thing is that you like turn-based games, or like what is the typical thing that you go to, or like that you look for? So that'll get rid of him. Do I want to flip these? I guess I want to hold bow. Yeah, we should probably flip it. Alright. You like everything. You wish I wish they made a Dullahan character in Knight's Tale. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Something that I did think would be interesting, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just think too much about these sorts of stuff. But something I did think would be kind of cool would be something similar to King Arthur Knight's Tale, kind of merging a little bit with, not exactly, well, I guess kind of like Total War, but it would be a situation where you would be playing Mordred, and perhaps you'd have to be fighting for parts of Avalon that gives you different benefits and stuff like that. I feel like that would be kind of interesting. And then you'd have like Arthur might be moving forces of the Lost, or might be moving forces of the Seelie, that kind of thing. I did think that would be kind of interesting to do, but you know, you wouldn't have a very what's the word, intact story, right, in that case, because it would feel a lot more so like Total War, where you're just having some kind of grand strategy type of a thing. But I did think that would be kind of interesting, right? And then you would have tons of knights on both sides, because if you remember, well, if I don't know if you've played it, but if you remember, right, near the end of the campaign, you kill the knights that go against, that kind of went against you. So that would be interesting if instead that becomes the boss in certain locations, is the various knights that your opponent has. But yeah. Yeah, like, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like kind of, yeah, precisely. That's kind of what I was imagining. Yeah, spoilers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, forget it. I didn't say anything. Forget the words. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, forget it. Don't worry about it. Nothing happens. Yeah. And then the other thing that I'll say, I mean, by the way, I know sometimes whenever I start talking about these sorts of things, it kind of sounds like I'm very like critical, but I'm really not. I really love the game. It's only a 5-year-old game. Man, that it's only 5 years old. Yeah. But honestly, it's like when I talk about it, typically if I'm giving a lot of criticism, or like it's constructive criticism, because I typically give it to something that I see a lot of potential in, and I see tons in King Arthur, King Arthur Knight's Tale in particular. They did a lot of good groundwork, and it's a shame that they've kind of stopped, as far as I can tell. That is sad. They are a smaller studio, but yeah, they should do more. Okay, let's do the other feint. Let's just hit this guy. He needs to go down, but we can do it next round. Yeah. I can tell you love it. Those are actual fan critiques. Yes. How fans critique. Yes. yeah, I guess that is true. Sometimes I feel that way about Tainted Grail, because I give a lot of criticism to Tainted Grail, but it's not that I don't like it. I love it. You know, it's the reason why I made the channel, was originally for Tainted Grail. I don't want to... Okay, we'll kill her with this. But it's just that, you know, there's so many times where things could be better. And yeah, it's like what I'd like to see is more people interested in the game. I'd like the community to grow, you know? I've heard you critique is more. That's all. Yeah, that's true. I am just critiquing more. Yeah. Yeah, in terms of like actual gameplay, yeah, that's true. Everything is just like, I would like there to be more. That is true. Because, right, with the Dolahan, you know, you just want more. Let's start with the feint. Oh, stunned him? Interesting. Now let's hit him. That works for me. Still not dead. Okay. There. Okay, we'll take that. That's fine. I don't want to kill him. We're waiting. He's hitting me. Okay, stun him. Yeah. Yeah, there's a good chance I'll be doing more things with Tainted Grail as well in the future. Which, by the way, the update, if you were curious, is that I'm going to be contacting the. Well, I'm probably going to be contacting the CEO of Awakened Realms to see to talk to him about stuff. Yeah, only said Dillahan, because you find that one assassin guy, it's like a skeleton early on. So expand on that. I don't know, I'm just yapping. Well, yeah, I mean that is true. That is true. I feel like you could have a pretty man. I wonder how that would work. Or well, no, that probably wouldn't be possible. I was gonna say like having somebody on horseback, but that probably couldn't work. Well, but they do have the what do you call them? The wargs. So there are beasts that are 2x1 or 1x2s. So I guess they probably do have a system for it. But yeah, I'd probably feel kind of clanky. That would be interesting though, to have like an additional class that's on horseback. Yeah, yes, exactly. Just 20 AP. Precisely. Yeah. There are movement points wherever you're at. Yeah, sometimes I do feel like I'm a little overly ambitious because it's like I am going to be contacting Neocore soonish, and it's many times I'm like, is this really something I should be doing? Like, I don't know. But the thing is that I know I have a community who is interested in it, and I have a feeling that pretty much everyone would be in agreement that they'd want, or not, well, anyone who's interested in board games in my channel would want to see that. And I feel like there are ways, but I don't know. Alright. Let's do one more shot. And he's out. Cancel. Not keeping those. Patience after any turn without dealing any hits. Increase damage of the next hit by 100%. Not bad. Every sixth, I mean, it's not good, but every sixth maneuver played in one combat reduces the energy. Terrible. Resurrection only once per combat. If your barrier is broken by a fatal blow, you start the next turn with 1 HP instead of dying. We know that it doesn't actually work this way in practice. I guess we'll take patience. That does happen semi-regularly. I know. I feel like every time I mention it, that is the most common response. The most they could say is no, and it's like I agree. But in terms of like the Tainted Grail thing, man, I almost did like an all-out blitz, where it's like, okay, I'll contact this person and this person and this person and this person until I get a response. It's like no, settle down. Let's go one at a time and wait for a reaction. Yeah, no, you're good. I appreciate it, because I mean, yeah, I think it is a good call, and yeah, there definitely is a mild amount of course, there's some amount of uncertainty with everything. At 52, okay, so they're not dealing enough damage to harm, well, kill me. I guess we'll just hit. I kind of want this to be discarded. It's a lower their armor. Yeah, that's true. That it is good to have passion in things. Very wise. Okay, one down. Yeah, I mean, I do think it's one of those things where it's like, like you may as well try to shoot for the moon type of a thing. Like it doesn't hurt to attempt it. Yeah. Whoops. Okay. Not guaranteed. Let's just kill him then. Get that unbreakable up. Okay. Let's just leave him. You're not harming anybody. This reminds me of Battle On, the old side-scroller game. I don't know why. Battle On. I don't think I know that one. Maybe it's a background or something? I don't know. Duplicate. Let's see. What would be worth it? Probably Call to Arms. Already decided. Okay. Call to Arms. It's probably too old. Yeah. Well, also, just a turn-based game, that's all. Yeah. Well, also, my family was a pretty religious family. So I wasn't allowed to, like, play games for, you know, when I was a kid. But here I am. So yeah, I know that what I think is funny is, like, many times, like, in chat while I'm streaming, you know, somebody will mention a game, and I'm like, I have no idea. I definitely do not know a lot of the classics. Okay, we got it in again. Get rid of him. Okay, we're just gonna save it. Okay. Can toss this guy out. And toss that guy out. I feel I didn't have internet till high school. Yeah. You're good. It's like 100 years old. Okay. Yeah. Do I want to have the guaranteed high ground? I probably do, because I haven't found any good maneuvers. So let's do that. Every fourth hit deals 50% additional damage. I thought I already had... Oh, I have Spiral. What's... Oh, yeah. By the way, fun fact about this game, Binge Eater, since you are new, is that, right, this game wasn't made by English speakers, so the verbiage sometimes doesn't make too much sense in terms of, like, what's the difference. Because this says every fourth hit deals 100% more damage. This one, every fourth hit in combat deals 50% more damage. The difference is that this only happens in number 4, and this one happens for 8, 12, 16, and so on. But I always think it's funny how it's like they couldn't distinguish it, or they didn't know, or they couldn't explain it correctly. Like there are a few of these that are like this that I thought was kind of funny. I don't know if I have any of them on me, but yeah, where it's like you have to play with it long enough to get it. Yeah. Your friend tried to get you into Slay the Spire stuff a long time ago. Just wasn't my jam at the time. Well, right, this is like Slay the Spire for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I played Slay the Spire a fair bit. I feel like it's one of those games you can really just get lost in. Trial and error game, unless you look everything up beforehand. Yeah. Yeah, it really is. There is one, I'm actually gonna pop this. There is one passive that is like, I've never taken it. There's very few I've never taken, but there was one passive I've never taken because it just sounds so useless. And I keep thinking, like, it makes no sense why anyone in their right mind would take this. It doesn't help. So I've always wondered if the verbiage is wrong and it's actually better than it says. So I might take it at some point just to see. Because I think it says that every time you play a maneuver, well, I don't know how much you've been watching, but so right, they attack you, you block it with barrier. Whenever you play a maneuver, right? Your barrier goes up, so now it's at 67. So one of the passives says every time you play a maneuver, you gain 3 barrier. 3 is like so tiny, it makes no sense. So I have wondered if there's like more to it in some way. Like, I mean, is it every time you draw it and play it? Is it, you know, I don't know. It just, how can, like, 3 maneuvers so useless? How can you justify it? But yeah. Alright, let's just get some hits off. We'll just do the aim shot, though. Let's bring it in. Sure, that works. Okay. Let's get another hit off. They're actually hitting pretty hard. Should have been paying a little bit better attention to that. This is... Interesting. My armor does not affect it. Well, fine. If Darenheim insists. I did passive in Path of Exile where you set yourself on fire, and I wanted to make it work so bad. Just walked into stuff. Oh man. I'm assuming it did not work. I never looked it up, I just gave up on it, yeah. I know occasionally there are games with that where there's like a build and it just... In what world? I mean, I'm sure you've probably... Well, actually, King Arthur Knight's Tale is probably a perfect example of that. Where it's like there's some builds that make 0 sense where this is like a completely useless ability. Like increasing the duration of poison or burn. Useless. Utterly useless. Like, it typically lasts 2 or 3 rounds. What's the point of making it 4? If your enemy is alive after 4 rounds, like, you're dead. Like, come on. It's so pointless. So yeah, there are builds like that where it makes no sense. But anyway, okay. So his damage doesn't go down, we've now learned. I guess we can stun him next, just to ensure we're fine. And we're going to continue increasing our damage output this time around. Okay. Oh good, no one's attacking me, so I can knock one of these out. You think it's just bait? Yeah. Yeah, it could be. I specifically remembered you talking on those passives and calling them trash. I'd believe that. Yeah, this is trash. Yep, that sounds about right. But it is. It absolutely is. It makes no sense. Man. I don't know. There's like... what's the other game? Battle Brothers? Like, you pick, like, different traits your brother has, like your mercenary. And it's like... I know there are, like, certain builds, and honestly, I mean, as much as I like the game, I don't like the community that much in Battle Brothers, because it's very like, hey, if you don't have this build, you're playing the game wrong. Like, you know, that's kind of the attitude. But I do think it's funny where it's like the biggest people who play Battle Brothers that I've seen, they're very like, oh yeah, if you do this, you're just being stupid. Like, don't even play the game at this point. It's like, okay, I wouldn't go that far. Like, oh my gosh. But yeah. Anyway. But I will say, this is the one time I kind of feel that way about the increasing duration on burn. Like, that's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. Yeah. You're not meta enough. Exactly. Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I do feel that way about burn, like, or increasing the duration of poison. It's it's so it's so pointless for sure. Okay, I think we're about to get. Oh, where is it? There it is. Yep. Okay, another boss bites the dust. Let's get rid of a card. I actually didn't realize what time it is. I'm probably gonna have to call it soon. Well, actually, I probably will now. Let's see. Get rid of the arrow bag or a shot. It actually is tough because, right, the shot just distracts me from getting the bloodthirsty. This is okay for now. Now let's get rid of the arrow bag first. And then after that will be shots until the end of the, well, until we are no longer able to remove cards. Okay. Well, like half the enemies in that game don't burn or poison. You're right. Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, that definitely is a problem as well. But yeah, yeah. I don't know. It is kind of funny, but I will say, like, there is such a I don't know if you've seen it yet in terms of the campaign, but there is a pretty big power spike whenever the she get involved. Um, and it's like I definitely have had times where it's like I had a, well, I think the very first time I played, it's like I had a build and it just didn't work once the new enemies came in, and it's like so hard. But it's like, right, doing a play where you increase the duration of poison, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in your head, but it's not going to be helpful. But can I do this from here? No. Okay. But yeah, I should actually head out. I haven't been feeling all too well, and I promised someone I'd go to sleep earlier than usual, but I don't know if that's going to be true anymore. But I'll at least try to sleep at a normal time. But yeah, I'm gonna be hanging out. Thank you so much for hanging out, Binge Eater. I do appreciate it, and you are one of the few people I've met who was really into the King Arthur game. I think that there's like 4 or 5 people I've talked to so far, but definitely not as much as Tainted Grail. But yeah, thanks for the games and content. Feel better, bro. Thank you so much. Well, I appreciate you tons. I hope to see you guys. See you next time. I might even play War Tales at some point, since I was mentioning it. I'm not opposed to trying it out, but I would like playing it again. But anyways, thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a nice day or a nice night, and everyone else out there, I hope you guys have a nice day, nice night, and God bless. See you later. Bye bye, guys.